Sean with the Drivers Guild. Today I want to talk about what it's like to be an independent contractor for Grubhub, Doordash, Uber, Lyft, Postmates, Caviar, all those apps that pay you as an independent contractor. And there's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of videos and people that are complaining that there's certain things that they don't like about these apps and certain technology issues and how independent contractors are generally treated. Well, I wanted to talk to you on a positive note. What independent contracting allows you to do as an individual. I want to talk about the positive things that we get to encounter, the perks of being an independent contractor for these companies. Being an employee, you have scheduling that's 40 hours a week, and your boss generally sets these schedules. And you're either part-time, full-time. They kind of determine what you are going to be for the company. Either you're going to be a big part of it or you're not, and you will be scheduled accordingly. And most of the times you are scheduled during the busy times if you're better, which is actually a disadvantage for the hard workers, because those workers are getting paid the exact same, because a lot of these unions, they top out at a certain amount, and these employees are put during prime time hours, which they make the exact same as the people that are not actually doing a very good job and they're working the slower parts of the day. So as an independent contractor, you're able to work whenever you want. If you want to work 7 days a week and make extra money, work 7 days a week. If you want to work 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week, you can decide. You can decide whether you want to work weekends. You can decide if you want to work nights. You can decide when and where and how you work. So you determine your schedule. So you set your goals on how much money that you want to make for the week, and you come up with a goal that works for you. So not only are you able to create your scheduling, you can create work-life balance. What is the best around your schedule when you can make? In a regular 9-to-5 job controlled by corporations and unions, you will be at the will of the employer, because they will schedule you how they want and when they want you. So number one would be being an independent contractor. You are free to write your schedules and make money when you want to make money. Number two, one of the reasons I love working for these apps and being an independent contractor is that I am able to set the tone for the day. A lot of the times when you're working for a corporation, you are at the will of what the attitude and feeling of the business is at that time, whether a boss is mad at you, whether you have coworkers that you can't stand. And as you can see in the car, I have no negative impact in my car whatsoever being at work and not having the influence of coworkers. You control your environment. Now, Uber and Lyft's a little different because it's kind of like a roller coaster ride, but overall, when they get out of the car, you control your environment. You can keep it as positive or as negative as you want it to be. So you can set the tone for the day. You are responsible for it. Number three, being your own boss. I love being my own boss. Now, in employee-related jobs, a lot of these places you are micromanaged by lists, by management, and every minute is accounted for, and you are worked to the most efficient way possible and as hard as they can possibly work you without completely upsetting you to the point of leaving, even though sometimes they just do that anyways because they're like, hey, why not? So being an independent contractor, you are no longer micromanaged by these companies. You are able to control the amount of workload that is on you. And when you are being efficient and you are your own boss and you're making money, you are making money for yourself. And the more efficient you are, the more money you make, and the better you feel overall. Well, with a lot of these corporations and employee jobs, you are pushed to the limits and you make the exact same same every day. It doesn't matter how hard you work, how hard you try, how much money or how many good plans you came up with, or how effective you were in your job. The only people that make money are the people that are above you. They are the ones that reap the benefits for your efficiency level. When you are hourly, you make a certain amount, you are guaranteed a certain amount, you work, you go home, you repeat. Number 3, being an independent contractor changes your mindset on how you make money. It changes it. You are out here by your own rules, governed by your own drive, your own motivation, and it gets you to think about money in a different way. Where you're making it for someone else and you're making the exact same, it's hard to really be passionate and love to keep pushing forward. More of an entrepreneurship mentality, where how can I make money? How can I be more efficient? What else can I do? And a lot of times when you're on these hourly jobs, you do your job, that's all you do. There's no room for any extra side things. Well, as an independent contractor, you can do as many side things as you want. You can run as many apps as you want. These are just a few things that is absolutely awesome about being an independent contractor. Not to mention, you get to listen to your own music. You can read books in your car while you're waiting. You can work on self-development. You have time to be able to do that. There's things that you can do that are insanely productive while you're at work. You get to be outside. You get to talk to people on your terms. A lot of these jobs are they're building based and they're inside, and you don't really get to go see what's going on. This keeps you mobile, and you can interact, and you can just really connect with the community and the people around you, and you really get a good self-awareness of like what's going on in your town. You become actually more social. You get more connections because you're mobile, and you just get you come in with all kinds of different interactions throughout the day, delivering for Lyft and Uber and Grubhub. The amount of connections that you get is far more when there's a boss looking at you going, why are you talking to that person? Get to work. So you're kind of on your own terms. You get to decide when you want to talk and how you want to interact and what kind of person you want to be. And it's really nice to be able to engage people and even help people. You're not on a clock, so you can help people or do extra things that a boss is not going to go, why did you do that? We just lost time. So it's really nice to be able to just go out and help people do things that are extra, even if you're not getting paid for it. There's a certain amount of honor in just being a good person and just treating people well when you're out there on the road and you're not necessarily getting paid for it. You're just doing it because you're a kind person and you actually care about others. So it's really nice not being big brothered about get back to work. I saw you talking to that guy too long, or whatever the issue is. You can kind of go with the flow and you can make decisions on how you want to spend your time while you're making money out here. So that's just a couple of the amazing things that you get as an independent contractor. I really want to make this video because a lot of people are dwelling on the negative. There's so much positive for these workers out there. And if you do not enjoy doing this, my biggest suggestion is find something you love to do. Something that even when there's ups and downs, you enjoy the journey of what you're doing. If you do not like this and it's just too much negativity and you just do not feel like this gives you any happiness and you don't know why you do it, you don't do it. You just don't do it. Do what you love. If you're not doing what you love and you don't love the journey, don't do it. Get into something that you absolutely want to do. Hit a like, hit a bell. This is my take on independent contracting, and have a good one, YouTube.